Before we get rolling into this video, I just want to say thank you to our sponsor, Geology. We're going to talk about them a little bit later. Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to my channel. So I am here with a new backdrop because I'm at my sister's house in Orlando, Florida. I came here to check in with her, hang out with her. I hadn't seen her in a while, and they're in sort of like a bubble for their soccer season, so it feels very safe, and wanted to help out with the Biden campaign here in Florida. And, you know, just I'm taking my Zoom classes for film school online. So I'm here, things are good. Yeah, so I made like a nice little list about my opinion about the 5 best and worst things about being gay. So I feel like we should start with the 5 worst things about being gay. So number 5 on my list is shaving my back hair. I am not here to shame anyone about having body hair. I personally don't like to have little back hairs. They drive me crazy. So one of my least favorite things about being a gay male is that I have these little back hairs, and I feel like there's kind of stigma around back hair. So I like try to shave it constantly with my little trimmers, which is practically impossible. One time I bought Nair, and like I was like slapping on Nair into my back to sort of see if I could get it, and then I got it off with like a brush, which worked, but it just was like there's no easy way to do it, right? And sometimes I just get so frustrated when I'm looking in the mirror and I can just see them and I can't reach them with tweezers or anything. So this week I had my sister help me trim my back hair, which is so embarrassing, and it's just awful to ask. I was like, can you help me with my back? Number 4, there's a couple things that have to do with like private parts that are a little bit frustrating, like peeing in the morning if you have a hard on. And so we have to go to the bathroom in the morning. If you have to pee really bad, you have to pee with an erection, and you can't wait because you really have to pee because you drank a lot of water yesterday or whatever, iced coffee or whatever. You have to angle your body like towards the wall. You have to hold onto the wall, press down. I mean, it's a whole thing. Another thing that I don't like that I can also put in this category is walking around outside in the summer or in the humidity on the East Coast and having my balls stick to my leg. Everybody has caught someone making an adjustment down there. And I would say that I have found that on the East Coast, it's much worse than it is on the West Coast, because I just feel like I'm a lot more sweaty because it's a lot more humid outside. And so my balls are always sticking to my legs. So I'm always having to like move them around and pull them off and like do like the lunge thing where like your leg pulls it off for you without trying to be too noticeable in public. So number 3 on my list has to do with gay sex. You know, this is a sex positive channel. I want to make sure that we're talking about all things sex. When I was 18, I didn't really know what I was supposed to do, and I didn't really know what I was in for, and I didn't really know proper behaviors before and after sex to kind of take care of myself and to make it good for everyone. I would have anal intercourse without like preparing at all and like just like hoping for the best.
But I just didn't imagine it would be this.
And that's not how you have to do it. I feel like heterosexuals have it easy because they can just kind of like have sexy time whenever. For me, I'm like, okay, like when did I last eat? Am I good to go? Have I been taking my fiber supplements? Anyway, so douching and adding water to a douche and then laying upside down, head to the floor for 2 minutes to then wait a little bit and flush everything out. It's just something I'd rather not have to do. Number 2 on my list for me is like trimming and grooming and taking care of my body hair. I don't necessarily know if this is like a gay thing specifically, but I like to keep my body trimmed, right? And if I don't keep my body trimmed, then more hair equals more aroma, right? And guys sweat more than women, and we just have like more of an odor, and so it's more to take care of. I just feel like the more you trim and shave, the more breakouts or skin irritations happen. I have nicked myself a few times where I have been full-blown gushing blood on my private parts. I've had ingrown hairs there that are just so painful. It's not fun. You really have to be mindful about doing the right proper things, like, shaving with the direction of your hair, not shaving too often, not exfoliating too much, but exfoliating a little bit, and being mindful about moisturizing and taking care of your like more sensitive to touch areas. So the number one thing for me that is the worst part about being a gay male is the delayed ability to experience romantic love and affection during adolescence. I mean, it's so much different than it was when I grew up. But when I grew up, I felt like everything around me was a heteronormative world. And I grew up not knowing any same-sex couples. It wasn't like positively reflected on TV. I think the first time I ever saw two gay men kiss was in like Christina Aguilera's Beautiful video. And I was like, holy crap, I like video recorded it, put it in a VHS, taped it, played it constantly just because I couldn't believe that I could see two men kiss. Not being able to express those romantic feelings with someone else, or not be able to come out earlier as a teenager, or to just like hold another man's hand to give them a hug without being worried that people were going to think that I was gay, or or whatever. That delayed experience, I feel like, really affects a lot of gay men in their adult life. And it's sort of like we were robbed of this experience, having to either not date at all or fake it and date women, in order to avoid being ridiculed or made fun of or bullied or beat up or anything, harassed, kicked out of our family. I mean, so many things that we have to like fake to just avoid that sort of persecution. And it is the worst thing to me, I just feel like being robbed of your childhood, adolescence romance is just the worst. It just sucks. I feel like a lot of gay men play that out in their 20s and their 30s, and they sort of are experimenting with gay men because they didn't get to do it during their adolescence, during their teenage years, like heterosexual couples did. Anyway, that to me is probably the worst. Okay, so those are the 5 worst things. I think we should move on now to the 5 best things about being gay. So a lot of us as gay men, I feel like we just grew up more in tune with certain things. For example, art, fashion, grooming, hairstyling, skincare, and in a lot of careers, design, interior design, architecture design. I feel like in a lot of careers, gay men excel in these certain things. As a gay men's groomer myself, I really care about skincare and hair care and cutting hair and the architecture that comes with that, and taking care of my skin and my body. Because men's skin is different than women's, it's important that you sort of pay attention to what you're putting on your skin and in your hair and so on. For me, number 5, the best thing about being a gay male is not having to worry about this sort of like toxic masculinity thing that a lot of other guys may have to worry about that are straight, and we get to care about our skin and our hair unabashedly, right? We can just sort of like go all in. And I recently have gone all in with geology. I've worked with geology before on a previous video. So I went online, I filled out a quiz, and their quiz helped me break down exactly what my skin needs are, and then they're gonna formulate a product that will be perfect for my skin. For example, I had regimen number 30, which is great because it comes with an everyday face wash, a vital morning cream that I use in the morning, an eye cream, and a repairing night cream, which I need because I feel like I'm getting a little bit older, so that kind of repair night cream has been really great. So it has beautiful packaging. It comes in packaging like this. This is the face wash. And if you want to sign up for geology and you want to take your quiz and formulate your own skincare to match your skin perfectly, you can go on to geology.com, fill out the quiz, and you can use the code Krieger30 for 30% off of your first test kit. You can also let them know that you've been having certain skincare changes, whether you change locations or climates or whatever, and they can adjust your formula for the next time that it comes. All right, so go ahead and check out geology and make sure you use my code Krieger30 and get your 30% off. Number 4, the best part about being a gay male is not having to worry about periods. That's pretty big. Number 3 for me is probably drag. Drag and RuPaul's Drag Race have totally just It's just one of my most favorite parts about being gay, whether it has to do with expressing ourselves at Pride or sitting down to watch RuPaul's Drag Race with a bunch of your friends, or, you know, it just is it's such a fun activity, and it is an art. I don't know, it just makes me feel so proud of our community, and it's just so fun, and you see how it affects so many people. It really does bring us all together, whether it be at like a nightclub, during a performance, at a brunch, on TV, you know, I don't know, it's just one of those things that I just feel like is one of the best parts about being gay is that we can dress up and be in drag and have drag parties and all of those things, and you just feel very free. And it's something that I feel like we were sort of robbed of as kids, and it's just so great that we get to embrace that part of ourselves in our adulthood. Okay, so number 2, oh, it's actually right here, iced coffee. But gays, I feel like, are known for loving iced coffee. I mean, there's that famous picture of a guy who was walking in New York City in a full blizzard with like an iced coffee. I'll try to find the photo. And that just really goes to show that we are committed to our iced coffee. And I feel the same exact way. No matter what season it is, I always drink iced coffee. And no matter if it's winter, my mouth is still 97 degrees or whatever, 98 degrees. So I'm gonna need that iced coffee. And it's a great pre-workout. If you're going to work out, you need like a little boost. I mean, iced coffee is just so refreshing, and it is such a gay staple. And the number one thing to me about being gay that is my most favorite thing is my companionship and my friendship with other gay men. Because we're gay, I don't know what it is, but we are, you know, there is less of a stigma about us being more in tune with our feelings. And that allows us to be vulnerable and allows us to connect with other gay men in a way that I feel like straight people probably don't get that. At least straight men, because there's that sort of like toxic masculinity, have to be butch and like manly and all of that, where like we don't really have to deal with that. And so it allows us to be vulnerable and have healthier, long-lasting, like solid relationships, which I realize this is a generalization, but it's one thing that I noticed, that I just love my gay friendships so much. And it's so important to have gay friendships that are actually like our real gay friends. We have to hold on to them. And the ones that I've got a chance to hold on to have really changed my whole entire life and made me just the man I am today. I really do feel like I am the average of my 5 closest friends, right? And my 5 closest friends that are gay men they really lift me up, and they make me be better, and they demand better, and they allow me to be vulnerable and open and share, and I can just feel like I am just my pure self with them in a way that I am like that with nobody else. If you are looking to come out, just know that we're here for you, and come out when you're ready, and we're gonna support you. And hopefully you find some friends that nurture you and make you feel free. Make sure you vote on November 3rd. Please vote. I'm gonna vote for Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. I hope that you also vote for Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. We deserve better than what we've had the last 4 years. So yeah, go out and vote on November 3rd. Make sure you check out Geology. I'm gonna put a link in the description box. The code is Krieger30 for 30% off. And continue to, monitor your skincare and make sure that you're kind of getting something that's perfect for your individual skin. So yes, check out Geology. And yeah, I'll see you guys next week. Hope you have a great day. Bye.